another video. This video is going to be another parenting type of video where I'm just going to kind of talk about some things that me and my husband have been changing as far as things that we're allowing our kids to do or listen to, and I really hope that this is helpful to some of you. I also wanted to just share just a couple tips of things that have helped me as a new mom. So my baby just turned 6 months old and she's just starting to learn how to crawl as of last night. And so there's just like some little tips I'd like to share as far as some things that are very helpful to me with parenting this time around. So I had shared with you guys that I was going to be doing some like little minor renovations around the house, and unfortunately I did not film any of them. I'm kind of kicking myself for that now because I've had a lot of questions about repainting my kitchen cabinets, and I just wish I would have documented some of that. Don't mind the little mess. I need to do my dishes, but again, just carrying out this theme of the little baskets. I just think it's so cute, and the cabinets turned out really good. I am renting, so I didn't want to spend a ton of money in any type of like renovations, but these cabinets, the paint that I used, it is a latex paint, so you can wash the actual cabinets themselves. We have children, I have a cat, and so things get a little dirty, and with this paint you can get it wet, you can wash it. These cupboards, they had a laminate covering on them, and in a lot of places it was peeling off, and so I did use this paint by Dutch Bowe. This is a paint and primer. I originally bought a small paint to test it with, and it was very inexpensive. Like I said, I'm renting, so we didn't want to spend a ton of money. But I saw that it was like washable, scrubbable, so I thought that would be good for the kitchen. Again, I am not someone who knows all there is to know about this kind of stuff, and I'm guessing this is probably not what you would want to use on cabinets, but it actually worked out really well for us, so and was very inexpensive. I still have a lot left, and I did the trim of our whole living room, and I did, like I said, I did the cabinets, and we did the bathroom vanity area. With this, I decided not to do heavy coats. I kind of wanted to do like that, you know, country farm distressed look, and it turned out pretty cute, so I'm pretty happy with it. I also got a very inexpensive new storage unit here to go over the toilet. It was 40 bucks from Walmart. I built it very quickly. My husband was pretty impressed because I was like, I'm just doing it, and it turned out super cute. So the theme in this bathroom is also just kind of going along with the rest of my house, that kind of like, you know, I don't know what that look is, boho type of look. So yeah, don't mind. Oh, my cat's in here. I'm like, what's happening over here? This is where we store our hats and gloves, and apparently where my cat thinks is his bed. So yeah, I just did a few little updates to our house. I think they're cute, but again, we're just renting, so I didn't want to spend a ton of money. So one of the big changes that I made to our house is I painted our molding. It was a brown, not so cute brown color. It's made a huge difference in just how bright this space is here. I repainted this little table here, which was like a green color, but I'm trying to just kind of keep everything just a little toned down. So I did use a chalkboard paint on this table to kind of give it that distressed look, and I'm actually pretty happy with how it turned out. It's pretty cute. My husband is very into music, and he plays guitar at our church, so For Christmas, I ordered him this guitar stand, which he has filled. And I found this mirror. It's so cute. I found this on, oh, it needs to be washed. I found this on Facebook Marketplace, and I just love the way it looks in our living room now with just this nice bright white and the little pops of like the wicker in the basket look. I just really like how it turned out. It's so cozy. So those are some of the home renovation little updates I wanted to share with you guys, because I know I had put out there that I was going to be doing some of these things, and like I mentioned, I had a lot of people ask me about the cabinets. It took me probably 2 full days. Obviously I'm not working, so I had a lot of free time, and I'm very blessed. Evelyn is such a good baby, so she did really well as far as giving me the time to do it. I will say about the paint too, it does not have a heavy paint smell, so I was really worried about that as well. And you can actually check on your paint as far as like the toxicity or the smell. I don't know what you want to call that, but you can check that out as well. I know some paints will say they're, you know, harmless to children or whatever, but while I have you guys here, I also want to share this little shirt. So this next little tip I got from Milena Ciciotti. I love to follow her on YouTube and Instagram. She has really awesome advice for parenting, and I really, I just like her style. But this is her merch, the Lion of Judah shirt. It comes in gray and black as well, and you can get a t-shirt or a hoodie, so you should check that out. And this next little tip I stole from her with the basket trick, and it has been a lifesaver. One of the things that has been very helpful is this little basket. So I'm very into this look of the whole baskets and, like, you know, everything, just this material, wicker material. And one of the things that bothers me is clutter. So I put this little basket here. So this is where I keep some of the winter hats that the kids or my husband will throw off, and I will put them in this little basket. So they're just out of the way, out of sight. We have very limited space in my hallway and in my front door area. I did kind of readjust our walkway here. So I stacked our shoe racks on one another just to get them, you know, kind of limit the clutter in this tiny area. And I refurbished our coat rack that was broken. And so this has really made a big difference in this small area here. But back to this basket situation. So I am using this for toy storage, just to keep the living room clean and keep toys off the ground. I have found that having a little storage area in my living room is so helpful. And this is her little diaper changing station basket. So one of the things that I like to do, I need to actually throw some more diapers in here. I just changed her diaper, so I keep wipes in it. I keep little ointment for her butt, her baby lotion. There are some random things that have been thrown in here, like a room spray, but like a thermometer, pacifier, nail clippers, just little things that she might need throughout the day. I keep them in here because it's so handy, and it keeps everything in an area where I can use it. If you guys don't have one of these, I highly recommend it. I do have the standard little section, but I just really like this better. Some people are grossed out by this. If you don't know what this is actually, it's made by Frida. They make different products for babies. I got it at Target, and you actually just use your mouth and you suction their nose with this little tube. Now, I will tell you, I've never had anything come past like this point. So it's not like you're sucking it into your mouth. There is, you know, a stopper here or a filter so you do not get anything in your mouth. It sounds really weird, but trust me, this thing is a lifesaver. So that is my little hack on how I kind of try and keep things organized. And I'll just kind of toss that in the corner, or I will sometimes keep it under my coffee table. So now that I've kind of given you guys a little update and mini tour of my home, I guess we'll just jump right into the topic of parenting today. And one of the things that Jake and I have noticed is that since we really started going to church regularly and making God the sole focus and center of our lives, we have been convicted of things left and right. One of the main things that we've noticed is that there has been a huge change in the things that we listen to, the things that we watch. In the Bible, Matthew 6:22, it says that your eye is the lamp of your body. And so if your eye is healthy, it will fill your body with light. And essentially what it's saying is that what you see and what you're putting into your mind and into your body, you're going to put that out as well. And so it's so important to us. We firmly believe that the things that are influencing our lives are the things that we're watching, things we're listening to. And these are really hard things to change when you've lived a certain way your whole life, especially with kids. You know, our kids didn't grow up going to church. These aren't things that they grew up knowing and having instilled in them already. These are things that now we have to totally change. And my son in particular is at that age where this is really hard for him. I think fitting in and things that are very popular nowadays are not always good for our children. I think culture has taken, and this isn't anything new. I mean, culture, back when I was a child, when I was growing up as a teenager, I was listening to horrible music. I look back at some of the things I listened to, even just recently, as in a couple years ago. It's kind of makes me cringe now because it's not good for you. As much as I love like rap music and hip hop music, the lyrics are very vulgar, they're violent, they're very sexualized, perverted, all of these different things. And so it's nothing new, but it's something that I am so hyper aware of now. And at times I feel really bad, you know, taking those things away from my child when I put them, you know, in front of him. You know, he grew up listening to a lot of the music I was listening to, and that's not something that I'm proud of, but it's just the reality. And so now as a parent, I'm trying to take that stuff away, and he's like, what the heck, you know? So this brings me to something that I think is so valuable and very cool. It's actually been very like life-giving for Jake and I. So when we started embarking on this journey of changing all these things in our lives, you know, we also didn't want to totally deprive ourselves of these things that made us happy. So instead of just taking them all away, we found different alternatives to the things that we liked. So for example, instead of listening to the old, you know, rap artists or hip hop artists, we have replaced them with different people like Marcus Rogers, KB, Andy Mineo. There's a number of different artists out there. 1K Phew, that is my son's favorite right now. He wants to listen to it all the time. And when we first made this change, it honestly made me so happy to see our kids getting excited to listen to music that talks about the gospel and that talks about God, and they actually enjoyed it. Because for a while there, Jake and I were very just hooked on, you know, your traditional worship music, which is, you know, it's not it wasn't our music style, I mean, to be quite honest. And so it was a big change for the kids. And now they can still enjoy, and even Jake and I can now enjoy that genre of music, like hip hop, rap music. And we don't feel that guilty of feeling that came along with listening to the traditional stuff that you hear on the radio, or like the popular artists, that the music that they're putting out, because now we found something that has a life-giving message as well. So what I'm gonna do is I will make like a little playlist, and I will put that in the link of this video. I'll leave it in the description box so that you can check it out, try out some of the music, you know, see what you think. My son is going to be 12 this year, so he is at that very ripe age where music is very important to kids. And like I said, most of the popular music nowadays is not good for our children. I mean, I don't like to come off as just this goody two-shoes, I guess, because if anybody knows me, you know that I grew up listening to Lil Wayne and, I mean, you name it. I loved rap music. That's just one that sticks out to me because the lyrics of his songs are just so bad. But yeah, so I wanted to share this because this is something that has been really helpful to Jake and I really hope that this is helpful to you if you are feeling convicted when you're listening to music and hearing the lyrics and thinking, this isn't something I really want my children listening to. There are alternatives out there, and that goes for other genres too. There's pop artists out there who sing Christian music, you know, country genre of Christian music, rock, I mean, you name it, you'll be able to find it. It's awesome. And I question all the time, like, why can't these artists be more mainstream? Like, I wish more kids could be hearing this type of music because it's just so much better. It's so much better. The messaging is what our kids need to hear in this music. So, be encouraged by this video. I hope this, like I said, helps you with this topic in your home. Conviction is just such a healthy thing. I honestly wish I would have listened to these convictions a lot sooner, but I'm here, God, I'm listening now. So I'll do more videos like this because there's been a lot of different things that Jake and I have been convicted of in the last year or two. I know I keep talking about, you know, the fact that we don't drink any longer. You know, we used to watch a ton of horror movies. We've really cut that out as well. Once in a while, we'll try and find something because the kids still like that type of thriller, scary movie. And so we've just had to make a lot of adjustments and a lot of changes, and it's not easy, and there is no condemnation towards anybody who's struggling in this area. But I just encourage you to be open-minded and to just kind of look into different resources out there, because trust me, it makes a difference. It really does. Okay, that's all I have for today, but as you guys already know, our work here is never done. Bye.